viewers, and welcome to another edition of Home Truth Nigeria. Before I start, I'd like to say a Happy New Year to every one of you, my subscribers, viewers, and everyone listening to me from any part of the world. You all Happy New Year. Hope you've had a good start so far. Okay, just as I did mention last year, December, precisely in my last video, I said I was going to I was going to talk about what to do before visiting your Niger guy, what to do before you visit Nigeria. So a lot of people are planning on traveling to Nigeria to meet their lovers or persons of interest this year. And basically, I'm trying to see how I can pass one or two advices on what you have to do before you pack your bag and travel to meet your Nigerian guy. I've had this request since last year, November precisely, from a few people who messaged me because I was running the series on different kinds of Nigerian men. I couldn't actually talk about this, but yeah, this is it. The first video for the year, so I want to talk about this. So before you pack your bag and move, I just urge you to please listen to what I have to say. I know what I might be saying may offend you, or perhaps those of you who would want to disregard the things I have to say as regards what it does to your emotion. You may, at the end of the day, think twice, because I understand the feeling of traveling halfway around the world to meet that special someone, your heart beats for. However, let us look at the situation fully. What you should do before you travel to meet your guy in Nigeria. So let us dive in. So the first thing I would advise every lady to do is to try as much as possible to understand the family tree or family information of this person. It is very, very important. Now, one thing you need to understand is this: in the Western world, there are people who don't, have close relationship with their family. They are a little bit isolated. In Africa, family is everything. So it is very important, to call that man, call that guy, sit him down, just ask him questions. So tell me about your grandpa. What's his name? Tell me about your grandma. What's her name? Tell me about your dad. How many kids has he? How many sisters have you got? How many brothers have you got? Try as much as possible to ask these questions. If possible, demand for pictures. Just like, oh, can you show me, send me pictures of your brother or your sister or your mother or your father. It's very, very important you try as much as possible to get or to know this information. The reason I say try as much as possible to demand for pictures is because picture gives you this 100% certainty of who is showing you. When someone says, oh, this is my sister, this is my brother, already you photograph the image that is sent to you on your phone, and okay, this is who I know to be his brother or his sister. It is very, very important. There are cases of people who actually have traveled to Nigeria to meet the guy they've met online, and at the end of the day, the lady that was introduced as the sister turned out to be the wife. Now, for you not to be in that situation, it is very, very, very paramount and important that you try your best to know his family tree and demand for pictures. The second point I want to talk about is that make sure the guy you are going to meet in Nigeria contributes to your trip. Very important aspect. Very, very important. I would always urge you, ladies, try asking him to contribute to your trip before you travel to visit him. I know some of you may say, oh, he's not working, he has no job, or he's not well off financially, and all of these excuses. But it is very important, to try to present the trip to him and then ask him how much he's going to contribute. One thing you need to understand is, before this man met you online, he was feeding, he was living under a roof, he was not naked, he wasn't homeless. So you should try as much as possible to see to it that he contributes to the trip, so that he doesn't see you to be like, some kind of cash cow or ATM machine. Because this is one mistake Western women make about Nigerian men. Nigerian men are raised to provide for anyone they happen to fall in love with. When a Nigerian man is in love or dating somebody, they try as much as possible to, you know, contribute something financially. So I always urge ladies, try to ask him to contribute, no matter the amount of money he contributes to your trip. It is a message of him taking responsibility. It is different from you just book your ticket and then you just fly down and then he sees you. He may not understand the effort or the sacrifice you took to actually book the ticket and then fly down to Nigeria. So it's very important, after you've done all the whole booking, you ask him, so how much are you contributing for this trip? How much are you contributing? Let's present that to him and see what he's got to say. Another thing we need to understand is that when a Nigerian man actually wants a woman, when a Nigerian man is interested in a woman, no matter his situation, no matter how broke he is, no matter how he's struggling financially, he tries to take some form of responsibility. This is some kind of pride that is inside every Nigerian man. This is a pride thing. Nigerian men are raised to be very, very proud. We are raised to take up situation, things like, I can't allow a woman feed me. If you go to Nigeria and then you present a man as somebody who is being fed by a woman, he will be laughed at. It's not part of our culture. So no matter how broke or struggling most Nigerian men are, they try as much as possible, to the best of their ability, to take up some form of responsibility. So ladies, before you go, tell him or ask him to contribute one way or the other to the trip and hear what he has to say. Okay, another point I want to talk about is try as much as possible to bring less or no gifts. So if you're traveling, please try as much as possible to bring less or no gifts. Now, I understand the need of buying something for your guy or for his family. I don't have a problem if you want to show this kind of nice gestures to him or to his family, but please don't travel like Santa Claus. Don't pack everything from your country and then you bring to him in Nigeria. It is very, very important you don't do this. Now, there's a saying we have in Nigeria. The saying goes as this: the way you start a relationship is the same way you will sustain that relationship. So if you start up a relationship as somebody who is this, every time you're traveling, you're bringing all of this gifts. When you can't do that, you would have problem. So what I always say to ladies, when you're going as a form of kind gesture, get some candy, bring some chocolate bars, get some soap, and if you want to be a little bit nice as well to him and to some people, you could get some form of perfume. This, for me personally, they are enough if you want to show kind gestures as regards to gifts. I would not advise you, to go buy phones, iPhones, computer, PlayStation 5, what have you, when you're traveling to meet him, because you would open a can of worm that you would not be ready to handle. So always start the way you want to continue or sustain the relationship. Very, very important. Now, some of you may ask, why am I saying this? The truth is that you are likely to be played or scammed when you meet a Nigerian guy online. The possibility of you being scammed when you meet a Nigerian guy online is higher than when you meet a Nigerian guy in person. The possibility. Now, I use myself, I was speaking to one of my subscribers the other day, and I made her understood that when I was in Nigeria, I had no idea what dating site was. I had no idea what dating site was because I was working, I was busy. In the morning, I was off to work. In the evening, I was back. I had no time to know who was online. So majority of the guys who you see on dating site or online looking for lovers, most especially women who are far older than them, who are old enough to be their mama, they are not searching for love. Most of them are searching for meal ticket. They're searching for someone to fund their lifestyle. At best, they are searching for someone who will help them come out of Nigeria. Any Nigerian man who has a job and is busy has no time to come online to look for to fall in love. Most especially, look for a lady who is way older. Now, I am not saying you don't have Nigerians who meet people online and they get married too. Of course, they do. But if you see these Nigerians and you see the age differences between this Nigerian who actually meets a lady online, you see that okay, it's not a case of looking for a way out of Nigeria and what have you. But most Nigerian you will meet online are there to look for survival. They're not there because they are looking for true love. No, most of them are there because they are looking for survival. And the best set of people they prey on are the Western older lady. They have this at the tip of their palm. They know all of this. So I always will say to you, ladies, if you have decided to travel, please try and follow this few few tips I've told you, because the truth is I don't think most of these men come online to search for love. Just like I said before, they come and they look for women who are old enough to be their mom. They tell you all sort of things like they don't mind not having children. They don't care about that. We can adopt. We can do this. We can do that. Oh, they don't care if you're divorced. They don't care if you have 4 or 3 kids. No, these things they very much matter in Nigeria. It matters a lot in Nigeria, most especially to the Nigerian men who are single and have never been married. Listen, they will tell you they don't want kids. They will tell you they don't care. They just want to be with you. The moment they get what they want, you see the true color, the true character of this individual you are doing with. So please, before you travel, try to follow these 3 steps I've told you. Try to sit him down and ask him about his family. That's one. Two, see to it that it contributes to your trip. And three, don't travel like Santa Claus. Don't go there and bring so much gift to impress anybody, or you're trying to buy or win someone's love. So, the next video I'm going to talk about, I will talk about what to do when you visit your Nigerian guy in Nigeria. What to do when you visit him in Nigeria. Now, we've talked about what to do before you go to visit him. Now, I will talk the next video what to do when you visit him in Nigeria. So stay tuned for this. It will come up in the next days. I would like to say, as always, a very big thank you to those of you who've listened to this video, taking your time to listen to it. And I would urge, as always, please share, like, and subscribe. I wish you guys a happy new year once more. Home Truth Nigeria. This is it for me. Until next time, peace out.